Ladies and gentlemen, the truth is I am a complete failure at final expense. But not selling final expense face-to-face, but selling final expense over the phone, so-called final expense telesales. I'll tell you more right after this. What's up? It's Dave Duford at Final Expense Agent Mentor at feagentmentor.com, and I come to you today with a confession. I am a complete failure when it comes to selling final expense over the phone, or so-called final expense telesales. And the purpose of this video is to tell you my personal experience selling over the phone and why I still believe that the best and most optimal, efficient way to sell is face-to-face. So let me set up the story. I decided a while back that with all the interest in telesales, that I would give it an honest college try. I wanted to see what it was like to sell over the phone and what it was like to deal with people. So I did what telesales call centers do. I ordered a bunch of leads, set up appointments over the phone, and began my process of trying to learn the business. And I was completely shocked at how much I sucked at it. No, I really sucked. I didn't sell any deals, and I realized there was so much resistance and restrictions to getting the sale. Now, on one hand, truth be told, it may be because I wasn't properly trained to sell over the phone. Very well may be the case. However, I will present another potential reason why, and that is because the reality of final expenses, if you sell over the phone, you're at a tremendous disadvantage, not just from a sales perspective, but also from an underwriting and product placement perspective. So let me explain. When you sell final expense face-to-face, you get access to every single carrier that's out there, including the telesales carriers. When you walk into a prospect's home, you greet them face-to-face, they get to know you and trust you and like you, which gives you a lot of opportunity to review their existing policies to try to get them better coverage. The guys that do this get the best chance of making the deal because they're there in person with the prospect to make it happen. Now compare that to a telesales agent. When you're a telesales agent, you've only got a limited amount of carriers, which may not be the best priced, which also limits your ability to get the best products. And then if there is a replacement deal there, they're a lot harder to come by because you're just not there to show them what's in the policy and why it may be a good reason to replace it. I think this is super important. The best final expense agents, first of all, replace about a third of the business that they come across, give or take, depending on the markets. If you take that part away, because it's a lot more difficult, you're missing out on a lot of sales. It really maximizes your results. Plus, you've got the resistance because they can't see you. You're just a stranger if you use a traditional telemarketing or TV lead style approach that many do. You have to convince these people over the phone. And there's a lot of resistance to giving vital information out like bank accounts and social security numbers. So these things stack up or make it real difficult to sell. Now with all that said, I'll be the first to admit there are successful telesales final expense agents. They do it very well. Most of them are in a call center environment and micromanage and call all day long, chained to a desk. Nothing wrong with that, it works for them. But when I go to convention and I talk to agents, the vast majority of them are all face-to-face traditional final expense agents. And that's therefore what I recommend to all agents because I don't want my experience to be yours. So if you're interested to learn more about final expense, go to my website, feagentmentor.com, and if you haven't yet, I think it's right here, join my newsletter. I give free final expense training, audio recordings of sales calls, audio recordings of appointment setting, and scripts, totally free just for joining. So check it out if you don't mind, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much for joining. Take care.